petition against a major development just outside Ashford will be delivered to Downing Street and the council offices today. 8,000 people have signed the petition against the proposal for 6,000 homes with schools, health and other services at Chilmington Green. The consultation period on the plans closes today. The council says the scheme is vital to securing Ashford's future, but Kate Hopkins is one of the campaigners against the proposal.
We have a petition of 8,000 names, which is 10% of the borough electorate, who feel that it's an unnecessary development. There is already pipeline in Ashford for at least 6,000 properties to be built, which is sufficient to last at least 10 more years without the need for Chilmington Green to go ahead. There's also a lack of water, which is very important for Kent as a whole, not just Ashford, and a lack of local need.
It's one of Kent's biggest proposed housing developments, but today an 8,000 signature petition will be presented to number 10 Downing Street, opposing building 6,000 houses at Chilmington Green near Ashford. If it goes ahead, it would effectively be a new community with its own schools and health services as well as its own high street. The Conservative-run council says the plans are vital to secure Ashford's future, but independent councillor Peter Davison disagrees, and he's on the line now. Peter, good morning.
Good morning.
Why are you going to Downing Street now? Because the council haven't made a decision on this yet, have they?
The outline planning application is in, so the whole thing is moving forward.
And what's wrong with it? What's wrong with the scheme, do you think?
Well, there's a great deal wrong with it. First of all, I think the council has a responsibility to residents. And when you consider that there will be 25 years of construction traffic, there will be a loss of environment for the residents, there will be a loss of quality for life, you then have to move to the question, is there a need? And bearing in mind that in the year 2000, the town only had 21,000 houses. Since then, we built 7,000. We've got 9,000 waiting to be built, and another 4,300 coming into the planning system.
But surely, if they weren't needed, private, construction companies wouldn't build them because they won't not want to be able to sell them, will they?
Well, I think that's a very good point, and I think what might happen, and again, this is another fear, that in fact the construction companies will come in, turn a few sods to say they've started the site, and it will not be developed until several years ahead.
But why would they do that?
Well, because to do that, it means that they don't lose their planning permission. They have to actually show that they've done something on site. But at the moment, the demand for housing is weak. There are lots of empty houses in Ashford. And as I say, we've got 13,300 waiting to be built.
So are you saying you'd like the scheme delayed, but it might be necessary eventually?
No, I don't think it is necessary at all, because we have other sort of serious problems, like water shortage. I know it's rather silly to talk about it now, but the point is South East Water, who supplies the area, provides 75% of the water to the area from ground sources, aquifers, etc., which are at historic lows.
But you know and I know that when planning permission is looked at, one of the questions they ask is the water companies, can you supply? And they've obviously said yes.
Yes, you're quite right, and that's a very key point, because South East Water have been asked this. They have a statutory requirement to supply water, therefore they have to say yes. What they don't say, of course, to the public is how they supply and when, because if a water shortage comes about, which is quite possible, it means going to standpipes and possibly limited supply through the standpipes.
What do you want Downing Street to do? Why are you sending the petition there?
Well, we feel that the whole of the development is unnecessary, and we hope that they will call it in and will remove it from the forward plan.
OK, we wait to see. Peter, thank you very much indeed, Peter Davison. And no one from the ruling Conservative group on Ashford Council could join us on the programme this morning, but they did issue a statement which said the issue of providing additional homes for future generations in Ashford is not going to go away, and difficult choices are going to have to be made. Residents' views do matter, and we have welcomed all the views expressed. I dare say we'll keep an eye on Chilmington Green and bringing more of it as it develops. It's 7:45.
A petition against a major development outside Ashford has been handed into Downing Street today. 8,000 people have put their names to the petition. Today is the final day of the consultation on proposals to build 6,000 homes, several schools and other services at Chilmington Green. The council says the development is vital to secure Ashford's future, but critics like Max Frohnsdorff believes that the plans are flawed.
This development in Chilmington Green, they project they're going to create 1,184 jobs versus a further 5,750 houses. So we're going to have more houses and fewer jobs. We don't think that works.